Hello everyone, this is Exo, and I'm going to go over the Ranger build. As you saw earlier, in the still frames that I took, I showed you the build, also showed you the macros that I'm using, and also showed you my stats. I'll go over those again real fast before I lead into the build a little bit. First of all, of course, we have my stats. I went to using the Smoldering Island dagger, and the reason I went to that is because it has 30 more crit on it versus my Molten Blade. As you can see, even with it, I'm extremely low on crit. At 1006 it gives me a 30.23% crit chance, which is a lot lower than it used to be. As you can see, of course, our resistances have grown and our crystals have changed quite a bit. Of course, I get increased power, attack power by 75 for 30 seconds after using Shadow Fire, increases my attack power by 35, and Rangers damaging abilities have a 30% chance to increase the pet's attack power by 200 for 15 seconds. That isn't what they used to be, so they really changed a lot of things up as far as that goes. But there you go, that's my stats, my static stats. As you can see, I am using 2 whetstones, and I'm using poisonous coating for my weapon. The build is a little bit different than that. The build is here. It's a 31-35 build. 31 marksman and 35 ranger. That is a level 50 build. You cannot use tactician yet. It's not available. And they have changed quite a few things out. Some of the things they changed, such as in ranger, instead of having to spec in, now of course each point of your ranger increases your damage done by 1% and increases your crit damage by 1%. Marksman, each point you do in marksman increases your your damage done by 1% as well for your marksman abilities. So instead of you having to spec into 15 points into get something that does this, it automatically does it now. This is the build I put together. Take a good look with it. If you want to pause the video now so you can write it down and so you can really see what's going on, now would be the time to do it, or you can rewind later after you've seen the video. Alright, that's the build. The macros are quite simple. This is the Ranger Builder macro. There are only 2 macros for this, unless you want a pet macro, which I still use. It's just to pull my pet back to me. And of course you have Shadow Fire, Empowering Shot, Precise Shot, and Quick Shot. That's kind of the statute level that you want them in. You also want to have your Splinter Shot somewhere, because you're going to be re-upping it constantly when it cools down. And then of course for your finishers you're going to use Rapid Fire Shot and Deadeye Shot. You're also going to want Headshot because of the ability that it has to give your pet more damage for 12 seconds for every combo point. A little bit different there, but you want to make sure you have that. And that's pretty much the build and how to use the build. So I'm going to pause the video and get into the testing area so you can see where we're going from there. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm going to show you the build a little bit. I'm going to go through a quick rotation. You see I have a super meter up here so you can keep an eye on it. I'm going to try to do my best now. It's new. The whole objective is you want to make sure that you keep Splinter Shot up. It's a debuff. And it does ticking damage, so you're going to make sure you keep it up. You don't want to cap it early. It lasts for 9 seconds, and you can keep an eye on it. It'll be on the practice dummy when I do it. It'll show up with the icons identical. I haven't done curl alerts for this yet, but it's something you do want to keep up. Make sure that your headshot, because it does give you a increased damage of 5% for 12 seconds per combo point. So if I do it at 5 combo points, 12 seconds, so you want to keep that. I haven't been able to find what that buff's called yet, but I do it about every 5 times into my rotation, just to make sure I've got everything going correctly. So you're going to start off, of course, with Splinter Shot, and then you're going to go straight into your macro. Once you have 5 CPs built up, you're going to use your headshot. Then you're going to, of course, go back to your macro, putting in Splinter Shot as you can, and then using your finishing macro to finish. You want to make sure your pet's on attack, and you're ready to go. And I'll show you a little bit of how it works. This is basically what you're going to do. And as you can see, I'm a little bit energy starved, so I'm sure in a raid environment it will be a little bit better, a little bit more manageable. As you can see, I'm hovering around 3600 DPS, and I have no raid buffs. So it'll just let you know about where you're at. Just make sure you keep Splinter Fire Shot up. Make sure you keep your head shot up so you can put out the damage you're supposed to put out. Just keep on going with it. That's basically the build, how to fight, and what you're doing. As far as the AoE, I really haven't done it. From what I've seen, I'm thinking it's probably not going to be the best AoE spec known to man, but usually that single target DPS that we're all looking for. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to shoot me a message or ask me. Have a great day.